Shalom. Call Halimla Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone who rule and teach well. And a sincere shalom to 144,001 Now, diving straight into the point, got to be remain and be circumspect out here. Because as time marches forward, as we edge closer to the kingdom, things are going to get real rowdy, real evil, real sinister. You're going to start seeing some backstabbing, some false accusations. You're going to start seeing it all. You're going to start seeing these evils spread on earth. Now let's dive into Matthew, St. Matthew, the 10th chapter. In verse 16. Get the red letter real quick. So this is Yahweh Shai speaking. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. So what does this mean? This means that the hopeful elect are not going to have any power, any authority. They're going to be prey to what? The higher powers, all right, to the people of this world. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents. What is the wisdom of a serpent? A serpent knows when to strike and know when not to strike and know when to escape. And harmless as doves. Yeah, doves, even when they're being offensive, even when they're attacking, all they do is flap their wings, which does no damage. So when you're out here, man, you got to be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove, because we have no power. This is not our kingdom. This is not our rest. We are in captivity under the people that hate us the most, the Edomites, the Hebrew Edomites. You know, you got Israelites saying, I've seen this one Jake sound real feminine, real weak. He was saying how, why should we call ourselves Hebrew Israelites when Hebrews are Israelites? Well, Edomites are Hebrews, Moabites are Hebrews, Ishmael are Hebrews. Being a Hebrew doesn't mean you're special. It's just a certain area where the generations came to be over there in Asia, Western Asia, through Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, so on and so forth. That being said, the Israelites is a straight up lineage from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And of course, as we know, Jacob and Moses are the same people. You understand? That's why they both gave the same blessings to the children of Israel. But I was just flowing through the spirit real quick. Now let's get Isaiah 41st chapter. So this is Isaiah 41 in verse 14. Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel. I will help thee, saith Yahweh, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. So Yahweh likened Jacob to a worm, to the Israelites to a worm. What is a worm? A worm is a very defenseless animal. It squirms around when you touch it. When you touch a worm, its defensive capabilities is to squirm, to flick its body all over the place. So it's really not a very capable creature. And that's what the Heavenly Father is liking us, because we've been beaten down, we're weak, and we have no military, we have no forms of carnal defense, so to speak. Our physical capabilities aren't enough, but the Heavenly Father is going to help us, and that's just everyday life, blessings that come down. And of course, as things heat up on the left hand, things will heat up on the right hand. Pursuing, let's get Isaiah 59. So this is Isaiah 59 and 19, and it reads, So shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. Now let's go into that word standard real quick. Get the etymology on there. The elder Gabar, he's a Levite. He says that or he might be a Benjamite. I forget. He says to use etymology, which is what, to understand these words, to understand what you're saying. standard, you see right here, it says to flee, to escape, to take flight, depart, disappear, to fly to the attack, to put to flight, to drive hastily, to cause to disappear, hide. So that standard is going to be what? Being able to escape from, what is that saying you have, whereas a fight or flight? That's what this is going into, fight or flight. So creatures, not just humans, but pretty much anything that's alive here on the earth has two reactions. You have to fight or flight when you're facing any type of danger. So but that standard is going into that fight or flight, but it's going to be turned up on a insane level. Brother's going to be able to have super speed, go invisible. It's going to be like out of these comic books, so to speak. It's going to be uh, unfathomable power. Spiritual power is not just going to be healing and making something out of nothing, and being able to fight against the enemy. It could be just to escape. The Heavenly Father may just have you to have the ability to where you just go invisible, or just not even be invisible, just not exist. Like you can be standing somewhere, and a person can walk through you. They you don't feel them, they don't feel you. You know. So yeah, anything can happen. The Heavenly Father created everything, even these thoughts that come into the minds and the hearts of men. Now let's go into this word circumspect real quick in the Hebrew. So let's go into this word circumspect. And it reads to keep guard, observe, give heed. Right? To keep oneself, refrain, abstain. Watchman. To preserved. Actually, no. A watchman. All right. So that being said, to be circumspect is to what? Watch, observe, to keep. And what is that ultimate thing to keep, watch, and preserve? The truth and what is written. Like here in Ephesians, go to Ephesians 5 and verse 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of Yahweh is. So guess what? The ultimate wisdom is understanding the Heavenly Father. And the ultimate to be unwise is to be adverse to that. And that's what you Edomites are. You Edomites aren't as wise as you think you are. You're actually fools. Extreme high level fools. And the Israelites, on this go around, the hopeful elect as it stands now, some of them soon to be the elect, and some Israelites that aren't even in the truth yet will be part of the elect. 1/3 is a very large portion of Israelites. That's gonna be a large awakening sooner rather than later, and they're gonna be what? Wise. They're gonna be circumspect. They're gonna be on point. Romans. Stay in Romans for a little bit. This is Romans 12 and 16. Hold on. This is Romans, the 12th chapter, and verse 16. Be on the same mind one toward another, mind not high things, but condescend to men of low estate. Actually, that's not what I want. Verse 18. This is what I wanted right here. Romans 12 and 18. If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. So what does that mean? That means if you know the situation can de-escalate without being violent, whether verbal violence, or physical violence, take the low, take the low. You don't have to be rowdy with everybody. You don't have to, uh, you know, get real bold in any or every situation you come about. No, that doesn't mean to just be a little wuss and roll over. That's why it says, if it be possible. All right, let's reread it. Romans 12 and 18. If it be possible. So if it's impossible, then you got to handle your business. All right? Don't let nobody harm you. You understand? As much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men. And that stretches to all these heathens, man. Because, of course, when the time comes, the Heavenly Father will set that standard. But as it stands now, in this law and order, the MOTB isn't being ushered in and so on and so forth. We're supposed to be on point. We're supposed to be circumspect. We're supposed to be using wisdom, man. You're not supposed to be out here trying to come after people. We're supposed to just push the truth and follow the laws Esau has in place. Not break the law. Use the law for our benefit, right? Somebody do something to you, you can sue them, man. Just sue them. Somebody attack you, depending on the self-defense situation, you can of course defend yourself, and then you can sue them. Press charges. Be wise. Let's go to Romans 13. Romans 13 and 1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of the Most High. The powers that are ordained of the Most High. The powers that be are ordained of the Most High. Salakia. So guess what? Esau was ordained by the Heavenly Father to rule over us for this time being. Of course, we're not supposed to be in this state, but this is what there's a saying: stay down to the till you come up. We're staying down to that come up, man, to where we can control the whole earth. Now, of course, you have brothers that got something going on, some motion. They got a lot of motion, so to speak, but that motion doesn't even compare to a tenth, right? That's what a tenth is. What 10% or yeah, about 10% doesn't even compare to even 10% of what the rulers of this world got. Man, Esau has so much technology that they're using to live in luxury that you only see on movies. So whistleblowers come out about revealing things like with the DUMBs, the deep underground military bases, DUMBs. It was some guy who whistleblowed years ago, probably been over a decade, that they had trains or railways, bullet trains, however, that floated, electromagnetically floated on the rails in these dumbs. And recently, they had a 20 or 30 trillion dollar deal with the UK to have that same technology that this whistleblower mentioned over a decade ago to connect the UK to the US, and it'll take about an hour or so on this train to go from the UK to the US. Of course, something like that potentially is not going to happen. Through the spirit, I don't believe something like that's going to be that's going to go down. But just for that to be announced, lets you know that some of these things these whistleblowers talk about is true. Esau, the higher elites are really hoarding all that wealth and technology for themselves, man. And we're in the kingdom. We're gonna be on a unfathomably larger level than that. Now I'm about to wrap this up. Let's go to Matthew, St. Matthew 22nd chapter, and verse 21. They say unto him, Caesar's, let's scroll up a little bit. Verse 17. Tell us therefore, what thinkest thou? It is lawful to give tribute unto Caesar or not? So these Israelites is trying to jam up Yahweh Shai, man. These damn demons. But Yahushua perceived their wickedness and said, Why tempt ye me, ye hypocrites? Shew me the tribute money. And they brought unto him a penny. And he saith unto them, Who is this image and superscription? So this is talking about who is on who is this penny's artwork? Who is on the penny? What man? What image of a man is on this penny? Is what Yahushua is going into when he says image and superscription. They say unto him, Caesar's. Then saith he unto them, Render therefore unto Caesar the things which are Caesar's, and unto the Most High the things that are the Most High. And that goes hand in hand with this whole lessons of being circumspect, man. When they had heard these words, they marveled and left him and went their way. And this also goes into let's get this right here. this is the Apostle Paul, 1 Corinthians 6:12. All things are lawful unto me, but all things are not expedient. All right, all things are lawful for me, but I will not be brought under the power of any. So let's go into that word expedient. So Yahweh Shai, technically speaking, Yahweh Shai could have said something more direct. He could have been like, Caesar's an Edomite, he's a damn devil. We're not supposed to be under the rule of these Edomites, right? But that's what they wanted him to say. They wanted to jam up Yahweh Shai, man. That's what they wanted. They wanted a rough answer. They didn't want a soft answer. They wanted a rough answer to jam up Yahweh Shai. Now, would Yahweh Shai be wrong for saying that in the grand scheme of things? No, because we're not supposed to be under these damn Edomites, these damn devils, man. But Yahweh Shai knew, he knew the play. He knew the play that they was coming with, man. That's why Apostle Paul said, what? All things are lawful, but not expedient. Guess what? Apostle Paul learned directly from Yahweh Shai, man. You see how these scriptures connect? All right? And for me to be able to break this down and anyone to perceive it is what? A sign of the Rakak Wadash, man. Now let's end this off right here in Baruch chapter 2 and verse 14. Hear our prayers, O Yahweh, and our petitions, and deliver us from for thine own sake. That's right. Because Yahweh Shai, Yahweh gets the main glory, man. All right? To not tarnish his name. And give us favor in the sight of them which have led us away. So all of this circumspection is leading to what? That salvation, man. Because the elect are going to be circumspect. The elect are not going to be fools in the darkness. I don't want to rush this out. It was edifying. Shalom.